Now that Pete is finally back with my Tundra, it's time to treat her to some big old Toyos and these gorgeous Volk TE37s, because TE37 all the things. Plus we're going to throw on a K&N intake. Well, we pulled off the stock wheels and tires, which are pretty beat, especially after Pete's long trip.
Wasn't my trip. It definitely was not the trip. The tires were beat when we bought this truck. For
They
the
were.
record.
The rims are rough, and they're running the stock size tire, which is a 275 65/18. We've gone up to a 285 65/18, and that makes the wheel and tire package an inch taller. So we're raising the truck basically an inch just by installing these, which means we're an inch more manly. And of course, with Volk TE37s, you're automatically the coolest kid on the block. These are their 18x9 plus 0, what they call large PCD setup. So they're 5x150. It's a pretty odd bolt pattern for this truck, but they also make them in a 20-inch size if you want more of a street look. We went for the 18s. We wanted a beefier sidewall for a bit more of that like off-road look, which is also why we went with these Toyo Open Country ATII Extreme tires. I guess they call them extreme just because they have a pretty aggressive look to them. They've got all this gnarly stuff on the sidewall.
And because you're extreme when you drive on them.
You are extreme when you drive on it. You got to turn your hat around when you drive on these bad boys. Realistically, we're probably not going to do any off-roading, but they're actually a really good street tire too. Apparently they're quite quiet. You won't get a lot of that howling noise that you get from a lot of like big hardcore off-road tires. They're also really durable. They're a 600 tread wear. They should last a long time. They've got a fair bit of siping in them too. You can see they've got, you know, big grooves in them, so they'll work well in mud and snow. You can run these all year round. I don't know if the TEs are going to be on winter duty or not.
Hell no.
Probably not. Anyway, that is our wheel and tire package. And by the way, I went with the 285 33-inch size because based on what I read online, this will fit in the stock wheel wells without any contact, no rubbing. We'll be able to have like full lock-to-lock steering in the front. If you go any wider or any taller than this, you start to run into clearance issues where you have to do a bit of a body chop in the front wheel well. We may go bigger in the future and actually do those mods, but for now I wanted something we just literally bolt on. So that said, let's literally bolt them on. They're actually surprisingly light too for a truck wheel and tire package. These 18x9s probably weigh about 19-20 pounds, and the tires aren't super heavy either. So we'll see how much I struggle putting these on, Pete. I think I gotta get off the stool.
Well, I already know you're gonna run into trouble because you know why?
Why?
You haven't opened the lug nuts.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're still in the plastic packaging.
That's true.
So
And I can't get it lined up either.
oh.
All right, we're on. All right. So lug nuts, that's true. For that, we can't run the stock ones because they're a different seat shape. We've gone with these monster lugs from Wheelmate, supplied by our friends at Mackin Industries. They're black because black is cool. They won't detract from the brawn goodness down there. These are the lock nuts. These are the regular nuts. Hopefully this deters any stuntas from trying to steal my wheels. Anyway, monster lugs on some monster wheels and tires. Let's do it
get
up.
them on.
There's our old lock nut setup.
Enough with the talk. Just get those bad boys on.
All right.
People know what it is. We just want to see these TEs installed
All right, I'll go as
on this damn truck.
I'll go
It's
as
gonna look baller.
It's gonna look good. I'm not gonna lie. One. I guess you wanna see what size socket that is, Ken?
17.
Shit, look at this guy, man. Ken over here being used like as a little bitch boy. Come on.
Come on.
Yo, get me a 17,
It's
yo.
bros helping bros.
I know,
Come
eh?
on.
Yeah, shit.
Nobody's being anyone's bitch around here.
I
Pete.
don't know. I look like a bitch.
The guy
to
goes
me.
away for 6 weeks and suddenly comes back with an attitude.
I know, eh?
What the hell? These Porsche guys. They're all
True, right?
Oh, a bunch
I'm
of-
so much better than you now,
Don't worry,
and so much poorer.
I've seen PT Southside. It's all good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm scratching the new Volks already. Is this did you give me the right size or you?
Yeah, I think that's just hella long.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Is there an insert inside you can take off? Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I think that's what the problem is.
Here.
All right, I'm taking off the gloves. I can't get a good feel, Pete.
Just put them on
No love.
without the socket first, and then we can deal with it after.
I know.
There you
but,
go.
It's the I'm making this look much harder than it is,
You
as
always do,
usual. Just like the catch can setup on the S2000.
Yeah.
I got that one started at least.
Get 'em on.
All right.
See, we debated whether the bronze would look good on the gray.
Yeah, it's
but
kind of like
now
a
I
blue
think
gray.
it's gonna look really awesome.
It looks good, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
once it's on the truck right now.
I always like bronze wheels on like a light colored car, a white car.
Yeah, I do agree, but
But it does look good.
I think the contrast is fantastic.
And I'm tempted to like vinyl wrap this thing that desert storm sand color.
Yeah, I
think
think
it
that
would
would
look
be
pretty
a
amazing.
pretty cool thing to do.
So that might be a future episode if we can find somebody who wants to wrap this up. All right, well, let's see what happens here. Had to go to the low profile chrome socket here to fit in this very tight seat area, but we're finally in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the lock nut. So, just need to torque these suckers down and do it 3 more times.
Yeah, and we're not going to bore people with you putting 3 more wheels on. So with the power of magic and editing, snap your fingers and everything will now be installed.
Bam, just like that. Volks are on, Toyos are on, and I'm officially a truck guy.
And damn, do they look good.
They do look good. It just changes the character of the car, or the truck so much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's that saying that wheels and tires change the look of your vehicle more than anything else, and this is evidence of that.
Yeah, man. I think these TE37s are a winner.
They are a winner. And some new brakes on there will look a lot better too.
Soon enough.
Raise the front ride height to level it out. It'll be all good. This is K&N Intake's air charger intake system for the Tundra. Also fits on the Sequoias from the same generation. And as you can see, it uses their usual cone style filter. It comes with this nicely done piece of stamped steel for the box. It's got a velocity stack.
Ooh.
Yeah, velocity stack, that's where all the power comes from. Speaking of which, they advertise 13 horsepower and 13 pound-feet of torque.
13 horsepowers.
It's gonna tow the ATII even better now. And we'll probably get a nice induction noise out of it too, which will be kind of fun to have. Eventually we'll do an exhaust system on the truck too to make it sound angrier. Anyway, it looks like a pretty straightforward install, so let's rip the old system out, slap this bad boy in there.
Well, now that I've done the hard job of installing these rubber seals around the edge, which Pete's apparently trying to make better, although I don't think that's possible since I did it perfectly.
Well, you did it so perfect that this bracket wouldn't even fit around it, huh?
Ah, okay. So now there's an L bracket we've got to bolt to this.
Yeah, there's actually, I think, 2 brackets that need to go on, and then we can actually get this installed
Nice.
into the truck.
So this is a heat shield that basically replaces the air box. And it seals up against the underside of the hood and the side of the fender well. So the filter is fully shielded, I believe.
Yeah. But still open enough to make some intake noise.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, taking the stock intake out was a 5-minute job, which doesn't really deserve much mention. You can pull that out. Anybody could.
Not.
But K&N does include instructions how to do that.
Some of the most detailed instructions, so we're being a little redundant here showing you because these instructions really are that awesome.
Yeah, they are super detailed and
Yep.
the photos are good too. So yeah, this is definitely a job anybody could do at home.
Even professionals like us.
Well, professionals is a generous term, but yeah, we've done this once or twice before.
Now that we've got the heat shield all dressed up with the supplied brackets and so on, we can just drop it into where the stock airbox would normally live. It lines up with factory bolt holes. We've added a bracket supplied by K&N to the fender wall there. Everything looks like it should line up no problem. So let's bolt that sucker in place, and then we can put the actual air tube and velocity stack and air filter and all that stuff in. It's gonna be quick and easy, Pete.
Yeah, I think so too.
My kind of install, buddy.
Look, everybody, Pete's in Canada and he's working on a car.
A rusted one at that, right?
Exciting. Yeah, there really is a lot of rust in this engine bay. A lot of the nuts and bolts and brackets are pretty rusty.
I'm disappointed in Toyota. It's an 08. It should not look like this.
Well, you've been spoiled by Cali/Arizona life, but I have to admit I'm a little surprised how rusty the nuts and bolts and stuff are, but I guess this truck has seen some hard winters.
Yeah, I suppose, but just scary to think if we've got to do a bunch of maintenance, or for example, replace a water pump in this thing.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a lot of rusted bolts and hose clamps.
Well,
I guess it'll be a good time to replace them, right?
Yeah, hopefully it won't come to that. We'll just drive it into the ground, Pete.
Yeah, that's the plan. All right.
There
Look
is
at
one
that.
of these with 1 million miles on it out there, so it must be pretty solid. Speaking of solid, how's that bracket looking?
It's looking solid to me.
All right.
Bolted up. Let's get the intake in here now, right?
Yep. It's not the right size. There's 2 Allen wrenches there, man.
2 Allen wrenches. Looks like you got the wrong ones.
Well,
Look
I
at this.
followed the instructions. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I think the instructions are usually pretty
It
good.
said 3 mil and 5 mil. Do you think I got the wrong one?
I think you got the wrong one.
Well, you know what happened. You put the wrong wrench in the wrong spot on your little holder over there.
No, I don't think
I
so.
pulled it out of the right spot, man.
What, I don't even know how you size those properly. I usually just use the bolts. Let's get to the bottom of this.
You'll see. You'll see.
Oh, you're right. You did pull the 3 mil out.
Yeah, and the 5 too, right?
Oh, but it's a 2.5. Did it call for 2.5?
No, it said 3 mil in the instructions. Oh.
K&N.
K&N, we gotta call you guys, man.
Maybe it's an American 3.
That's right. Everything's bigger in America.
Yeah. Well,
So that is the stock MAF sensor.
that we just transferred over into the K&N intake.
Tube, which is a very nicely done.
Like ABS plastic thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. This is OEM like, right?
It really is.
The way
yeah.
they make these are fantastic. It's not going to be metal, so it's not going to
Rust like everything else. in the
well,
engine bay.
I was thinking dissipate heat.
That too.
So yeah, but it looks good.
All right, let's bolt it up.
I think we have plugs to put in here though.
Oh, we do.
See?
Okay.
Little plugs.
Keep working.
Yeah.
Don't let me distract you. So these fittings, come on. Wrong size again?
13. I don't. Okay, this the 13
That's
works
the
here.
13,
All right.
alright.
No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't.
Come on.
No, it's American size, man. These definitely do not work here.
What is going on here?
The world is coming to an end here.
I thought I had it all sorted out.
Yeah.
So what actual size wrench should we need, Pete?
9/16.
9/16.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know what that's about, but anyway,
Anyways,
it's in the hole.
we've got 2 bungs installed.
We're all about installing bungs here at Speed Academy.
I'm not. You may be. I definitely am not about the bungs.
Bungs are a passion of mine, I'm not gonna lie.
All right. So I think the next step would be to put the filter on, and then this will go through here.
Yeah.
But let's just
Let's
check
read-
and see.
Let's read the instructions.
Oh, I know how this goes. This goes like this. Yes, yes, yes.
Look at that, Pete.
There you go.
That's some
That's
good.
my kind of hose clamp tuning. Lined up, looking
I want
proper.
to put a level across there to make sure they're in perfect alignment.
I think we're good.
We're good there? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those feel nice and secure.
The pipe looks good.
All right.
So let's get the filter on here. That's the
Okay.
last piece of the puzzle.
Thank you, right. The Venturi effect of this velocity stack is guaranteed to make horsepower, kids.
Well, let's just get it in there and get it on.
All right. So, Venturi, jam in the filter. Come saw. And then tighten that down with the screwdriver that I don't have.
Of course.
It's over here. I'm coming back, Pete. I'm coming back. All right. This could take a while, guys. You've seen me with my small fastener skill set. Last but not least, the air filter's going in. It's not the hardest job, but I'll probably still find a way to make it look hard.
You can do it.
All right. Well, it slides on there like it's meant to, eh? Okay, tighten that guy down.
And that's that, man.
That is that. All we have to do is put the engine cover back on, plug in the mass airflow sensor if you didn't already.
I did.
You did.
And start it up, of course.
Fire it up.
That's what everybody wants to hear, the induction noise of this thing. Fire it up. Woo! Fire it up. Give her a rev. Oh yeah. Thumbs up from me.
Sounds good, huh?
That's right.
Actually, it sounds really good.
Yeah.
I like it. We just need an exhaust on here and this thing will be snarly.
Well, that's coming up soon, isn't it?
Next episode, maybe?
Let's
I'm not
hope.
sure what we're going to do next. It needs brakes. The brakes
Yeah.
are shot. It needs a ride height leveling kit in the front. Literally just like a spacer you put in the front to level the ride height out, front and rear. We might do shocks and springs later, but we're just going to chip away at this thing as we have time because we've got some other stuff to build around here, don't we, Pete?
We most certainly do.
All right. Last but not least, K&N Try that again. Last but not least, the K&N air filter. Why can't I say air filter? If you guys want to support what we're up to here, you can check out our Patreon page.
And if you don't, that's cool too.
Yeah.